Hello everyone, Victoria is here. Welcome to my art therapy project for a new mom. So for those of you who haven't seen my first video, I will try briefly to describe what this project is about. Well, you see, we all make up baby books, right? We have a baby and we're very excited, and then we have this baby book where we write everything that happens for first time. I realized that I want to create something more interesting and fun and engaging, and I got so inspired. And I also wanted to have little time out, couple hours of silence where I can just draw and write something fun for myself on weekends. And sometimes it doesn't work on weekends, you know, I'm a mom, but sometimes I actually happen to get those couple hours, and it really brings so much joy to me. So this project, I decided to describe all the firsts of my son, all memories, wonderful memories, a little bit sad memories. I decided to put them in little stories, kind of like a fairy tale about little fox, and illustrate them. I illustrate them, and I hope that when my son grows older, I will have a big collection of those stories with illustrations, and I will be able just to sit down with him and read it all, and I will tell him that all this is about him and for him. This is my gift for him. And my husband agreed to participate in this project, and now instead of watching movies, we write stories. I write in my native language. My husband helps me to interpret it and translate it in English, and I really love this project. It really makes me happy. And right now, when everything around us is kind of very tricky, we're going through interesting times, challenging times. I think it's very important to find beauty in this world, to find something that brings us smiles and reminds us about love and sharing. And I really want to share this with you. You know, it brings so much joy to me, and I was wondering maybe other people might find joy in it too. So the memory that I want to share today is my son's first experience of dandelions. A couple weekends ago, we went for a walk, all three of us, and we saw dandelions everywhere. It was so engaging for my son. He was just overwhelmed with the experience. All these dandelions, you know, they're just so bright, they're yellow, and some of them fluffy, you know, and you have to blow. We showed him how to blow on the dandelion, and it turns into that flying fluff. And my son was fascinated with that so much. He giggled and he laughed, and it was the best thing ever. I think that even if I'm 90 years old, if I ever make it that far, I probably will always look at dandelions and remember this experience. I will always remember my son and his face expression, and that day when he learned how to blow. Well, we tried to blow on the candles at home, and it was very interesting for him too. And he was practicing his blowing at night while he was sleeping. He would wake up and he would start blowing, and he's blowing at everything. And of course, dandelion is just the climax of that, of this wonderful skill. And he was just picking dandelion after dandelion and blowing and laughing and giggling, and we had the whole bouquet of them. And I made a little crown of dandelions for him. I was just so happy, and it was all three of us. We would help him to blow on those that really hard dandelions, you know, they're just not quite ripe. And when I came back home, I decided that I want to write about this something. And story came to me so quick, and and I want to share this story with you today. So I hope you really enjoyed, and I hope you will smile like I smile, and my son and my husband. All right, so a little fox meets his first friend. The first days of little fox's life were mostly made of mother's milk and warm fur. Even if every once in a while he would open his eyes and see that there was more to his world, he would soon close his eyes again and fall back to sleep. Who knows how many magic dreams he had through those early times? But those days passed quickly, and soon little fox began to notice that the world was even bigger than the one he dreamed of in his safe little den. He began to pay attention to shadows and sunbeams as they move across the walls, and when little bugs crawled through to visit from time to time, his ears would perk in interest. One wonderful day, while his mother was peacefully resting, his curiosity got the best of him, and he made his way to the entrance of his home. With great wonder and care, he stuck his nose outside. What do you think he discovered? It was a wonderful, wonderful wonderland of new sights and sounds and smells. It was during the first days of spring, full of new green grass pushing through rich warm dirt, and there was air fresh with scents of new life. The flowers were poking from the ground just like baby chicks from their shells. The timid beauty of spring was everywhere, just like it was in Little Fox. Everything shimmered with motion and light. First he took a tiny step forward, and then another, and another, until he found himself on a little dell where he sat and looked at all this wonderful world. When he turned, he saw a little dandelion standing next to him. "Who are you?" asked Little Fox. But Dandelion was acting proud and paid Fox no mind. "Hey," Little Fox said again, as he poked Dandelion with his nose. But still nothing happened. Just then a light breeze rustled by, and Dandelion seemed to shiver like he was holding in a giggle. Little Fox's ears perked up listening for more. The Dandelion tried his best to hold it in, but suddenly he burst with a glinting laughter that sounded just like happy little bells. "Oh, I can't take it anymore! I can't!" squealed the Dandelion. "It tickles! It tickles!" Little Fox looked quite surprised, but then the breeze blew again, and it tickled Little Fox's nose too. Without even knowing what was happening, Little Fox sneezed. "Achoo!" He had never sneezed before. What a surprise! "So that's what you were hiding," squealed Little Fox. "It tickles, just like Mama's fur." You should have seen them, Little Fox and Dandelion, laughing in the breeze. That is how Little Fox met his first friend. From that moment on, Little Fox visited Dandelion every chance he got. They talked and laughed and played together with great delight and joy, as only little children can. The end. I hope you liked my little story, and sorry imperfections in my pronunciation. First of all, English is my second language, and the second thing is I'm trying to record the audio and stories while my husband is babysitting, and it is challenging because I feel that my mama call duty is calling, so I have to run to my little son. And I want you all have a great day. I send you lots of love. Stay healthy. Bye bye. you.